You're not really going to be getting on TSI problems like what we did last time. They're going to add to that. You're going to have word problems with mean, median, mode, and range. So that's what we're doing today is word problems. TSI is coming. And we need to be prepared. Do y'all think that the stuff we did last time was pretty easy? Yeah, okay, good. So the word problems that involve mean, median, mode, and range are not meant to be difficult, but you have to read the problem. So this first problem, the temperatures of the first 6 days in March are shown below. If the temperature 23 is removed, how much greater is the range of the original 6 temperatures than the range of the 5 temperatures? Y'all remember when I had you guys line up in order of age? And I wrote all the ages on the back wall, and then we took my age out. That's kind of what we're doing. Amir, David, phone's away. We got stuff to do. So that is what we're going to be doing today is we're going through and doing some of those things that I told you we're going to come. Here is the word problem. And it says we want to find the difference. We want to find the difference in what was our range and what is our new range. So we have to find the range of both. We have to find the old range and we have to find the new range. So this is asking us to find range. Remember that the range is we take the big number and we subtract the small number. Okay, range is the biggest minus the smallest. So we need to find the original range. So we got to find the OG range. The original range is going to be everything in the data set. So we have to look for that biggest number and that smallest number. And for some of you, that might require you putting them in order. So if you look in this list, what is the biggest number? 65. So we have to take the biggest number, 65. And then we're going to subtract the smallest. What's the smallest? Okay, minus 23. 65 minus 23. And some of you, it might be a good idea. I'll go ahead and pause so that you don't feel like you can't get up. You can go and get a little black calculator off of the back wall. So that's our original range. Now we need to remove. It says remove 23. Now we're going to find our new range. So what's the biggest number? Still 65. And what's my new smallest number? Yeah, I think it's 58. So let's subtract and find what that range is. So we want to find how much greater is the new, or how much greater was the original range than the new range. So we're comparing 42 and 7. So what's the difference in 42 and 7? You could also figure that out by 42 minus 7. Okay, it's 35 degrees more. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. You guys are going to come back and do the ones that we're skipping. The next question. This one is a lot of words and it has a chart. A scoutmaster is preparing his troop for their annual fishing expedition. He surveys each of his scouts to find out how many fishing poles that they own. What is the mode of the number of poles that are owned? What's mode? The mode is the most. So if the mode is the most, we're looking for what is the most number of poles that people have. So Ty could have 5 poles and we could have 3 poles and 2 poles and 2 poles and 2 poles and 2 poles. Well, most people have 2 poles. That's what we're looking for. What is the most occurring of the same amount of poles? So looking at this chart, we have fishing poles owned. This is the number of fishing poles, and this is the number of scouts that have that many. So reading this chart is the challenging part in this problem. So it says that 7 of the scouts have no poles. 5 of them have 1 pole. 6 of them have 2. 3 of them have 3. Looks like nobody has 4. 1 of them has 5 and 2 of them have 6. So what you're looking for is where are the most amount of people? So where are the most amount of people? I think the most amount of people are here, right? That's the most amount of people. So it's saying that the most people, more people have no poles. So what is the mode of the number of poles owned? It's not 7. It's saying that none of them. So if you were to write this out, this chart, to give you an example. So this chart, it says 7 of them have no poles. So I have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then it says 5 of them have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then I have 6 of them that have 2, and then I would keep going. So this is how the list goes. And so it's which one has the most? Well, it's the ones with the zeros. So it's saying 0 has the most. So my mode for this list is 7. This question, I've seen it exactly like that, the same chart, everything on TSI. So please don't get confused. The mode is not 0. Sorry, the mode is not 7, because that's what a lot of people want to put is 7, because that's the biggest number. But it's not that number that you put, it's this one. So be careful, that question. 7 says that it's listed 7 times. This is what the actual list would look like. That I would write 0 7 times. I would write 1 5 times, and I would write 2 6 times. So the list is going to look like this. So it's which number is written the most? 0. 7 is just how many times it's written. I get it. This is a confusing question. That's why we're going over these. I don't want y'all to miss this one on the TSI. The next question is another chart. So these word problems that go with mean, median, mode, and range, sometimes they're very challenging. Okay, it says the table shows the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit at 8 a.m. on March 1st for 5 different cities in a given year. In my opinion, in that one sentence, there's a lot of numbers. But if we just take a look at the chart, it says, okay, there's these cities and that's the temperature on this day at that time. Okay, fine. If the median temperature at 8 a.m. for the 5 cities was 60 degrees, which of the following could have been the temperature in New Orleans? Okay, well, this is the word in here is median. Median is the middle. Well, we only have 5 numbers, right? So finding the middle is not that hard. So what we have to do is it says that the middle number is 60. So it tells us in the problem that the middle number is 60. So I'm going to put 60 in the middle. And then taking a look at my chart, I'm going to fill in the others. So that means that if there's 5 numbers and 60 is in the middle. Hello? Oh, yes, he said he was not going to ISS. He was just going to go home. That was my advice to him. Thank you. So I have 5 numbers. That means that how many are going to go on each side of 60? 60 is in the middle. So how many go on each side? 2 on each side. So that means that on the left, I'm going to have 2 numbers over here. And then on the right, I'm going to have 2 numbers. So if I look at my chart, I already see 60. So it's saying this was my middle number. So I'm going to fill in the other ones. So I have 39. 39 has to go on the left. Where on the left? It doesn't actually really matter. It's just, it is going to go on the left. So I'm going to put it on the left. I have 39 over here. And I have 67. That's bigger than 60. So it has to go over here. And then I have 49. 49 is less than, so it has to go over here. So I've got 1 spot left, right? The 1 spot that I have is a number that has to be bigger than 60 because this one could shift over. That one could shift over. It doesn't have to be here. So out of these temperatures, I have to pick a number that's bigger than 60. 62. So that was a lot of words and a chart, but really finding out the answer was pretty simple. And you'll do the same thing for the next one. You use the same chart. You'll do the same thing. Put the middle number. You know that 2 numbers go on each side. Okie dokie. Today for our brain break, instead of making you get up and we're gonna see how glass is made. Basically. Oh, I guess I also have music playing. Let me pause my music. Where is the music at? There we go. Is that your boy? Okay.
A special kind of metal.
Did he say metal?
Yeah.
I didn't know that glass is a metal. Hey, Amir, flip the light. The one on the right, I think, makes one of them better for us to watch. I guess I never thought about it. That's not the category I would have put it in. Hold on, let me do this screen share so that my people can also watch this video. Play.
By things made of glass, whether it be the glass windows of our house, the windshield of our car, the showcase of our house, or a mirror in which we see the reflection of ourselves. Despite having so much available around us, many of us are still unaware of how glass is made.
Does it a little bit sound like he's a robot speaking?
Yes.
when you call a number and it's, sounds sort of like a real person, but you can tell it's not a real person.
Glass is usually driven. I know. Transparent or opaque material, made of inorganic materials. The invention of glass was a huge event for the world, and glass
Bless you.
demonstrated importance in today's scientific progress. Only a very few people know this, and you may be also surprised to know that glass is made of sand, because the most important material for making glass is silica, which is an integral part of sand. To make a glass, the sand and some other material is melted in a furnace at about 1500 degrees Celsius. Here, you can see someone loading some sand into the furnace. Once it gets enough heat, it will melt or become liquid, and then after melting perfectly, and as it cools, it will start to look more familiar to you, because now it becomes solid glass. To make a flat sheet of glass like we usually see, they melt sand until it's molten. Then they pour it out and roll it into a flat shape like this, and then carefully allow it to cool. The molten glass is also poured into the grooves, so we can make our desired things. This process looks quite simple, but to make glass you must be proficient in this process. Now this question will definitely be in your mind then. Which type of sand is suitable for making glass? Is it the exact sand that we see around us, or any special sand? So the most suitable sand for making glass is one in which the silica content is at least 99%, and ironous ferric oxide is less than 0.1%. Although there is no complete evidence that shows how and when the glass was first discovered, but according to some old saying, humans came to know about the glass when some traders placed food vessels on clay slopes on the coastline of Phoenicia in Syria. When the fire ignited, they saw a stream of liquefied glass flowing. This glass was formed by the combination of sand and shore, and that's where humans witnessed glass for the first time. So hopefully, now you know how glass is made, but still, if you have any questions or concerns, you can ask us in the comments section, and for more videos like this, subscribe our channel and hit the notification bell.
Mirror solution. All right, Amir, I gotta get you to turn the light back on.
What? You mean a cup?
Yes, so I took him for his birthday. Oh. Why does it keep switching? I took him for his birthday to go make blow glass. And it was really cool. Oh my God, yes. It was in the summertime and I thought, a lot of places that we go, I'm always cold. So I wore jeans and I had a tank top and a little flannel shirt. I was dying. I thought I was gonna die. Thought this is the way I go. Yes, it was very hot, but he made that glass. It was really cool.
Did you actually use it?
Mhm. It's really heavy. It's a heavy glass. Mhm. It's a very heavy glass. I feel like that, you wouldn't want to break it, but
Maybe not really.
maybe not. Like on a ceramic tile floor, probably, but ours are like linoleum tiles and we have wood floor, so maybe not, because it's really thick. It's a very thick glass. So anyways, just something different. You wanted to see how what is made? Mirrors.
Yeah, you ever wondered?
Yeah, you're right. They do put mirror solution.
Is that a thing? What?
Also, I'll have to find that for you.
It's like heat glass, so it's black.
No, because you still have to see through. You still have to see through.
I mean, like they burnt it to a coal.
No, you have to put like reflective stuff on the back. All right, so we're gonna do the last few problems and those are about average. So we're gonna do question 7 and question 9. Those are about the average, and that another word for the average is what? We learned about it last class.
Another word.
Mm-hmm. Mean.
First.
The mean. So it says the average of 4 numbers. So I passed back that paper so that you would have it handy. How do we find the average? What do we do?
There we go. First, add all the numbers.
We add all the numbers and then we divide by what? Then we divide by the total amount. So this says that the mean or the average of 4 numbers is 15. Okay, the sum of the first 3 numbers is 14. What is the 4th number? So it says we've got 4 numbers. So we're going to add things up and divide by 4. So it says we're going to add things up. There's 4 numbers in the list. So we would divide by 4. And the average is 15. And then it says, will you let him in? So remember that when we add them up, we've got 4 numbers at 10:30. I mean, you can take your stuff just in case. It says the sum of the first 3 numbers. So we've got the first 3 numbers is 14. And then we want to find that 4th number. We don't know what it is, so we could call it X. So that's adding everything up on the top, and then we divide by 4, and that gives us 15. Well, we have to work backwards. So, and I'm going to leave that there so you can see the way it's written. 14 plus X divided by 4 is equal to 15. To solve this problem, my goal is to figure out what X is. So to get to X, I have to first get rid of that 4, so I have to multiply by 4. $15 times 4, what do we get?
Oh, boy.
If you don't know, type it in. We do know what 15 and 15 is. What's that? 15 and 15 is 30, and we have 2 of those. So 30 and 30 is 60. You did it. And then to get X all by itself, I have 14 over there, and it's positive, so I need to subtract 14.
Subtracting. That's
46. So we could also say that the 4th number is 46.
How is the average 15?
Good question. So the other ones must be pretty small. So let's double check. So do 14 plus 46. Type it in. 14 plus 46. Okay, now divide that by 4.
Right?
You get 15.
You cheated. 16.
Yep, so it does work. So the 4th number is 46. We're going to do this one. The last one is very similar, but it's just slightly different. So it says the average of 5 numbers is 8. So if we're averaging 5 numbers, then that means we're adding things up and we're dividing by 5, and it says that it is 8. So it's the same idea. We're adding 5 numbers and the answer is 8. It says one of the numbers is 6. And then what is the sum of the other 4? Well, you have to add all the stuff up. So it's the same thing plus X. And we're going to solve it the same. So we get 6 plus X divided by 5 equals 8. So my first step is to take that 5 and I'm gonna multiply by 5. I get 40, and then my last step, I need to subtract 6. So I get 40 minus 6, I get 34. So that means that the sum of the other 4 numbers
And that's the answer?
is 34. So that is it. You guys are gonna finish this work